Hey, how's it going everyone? This is Brennan Bias from TeacherCheck.com and welcome to another Tutorial Tuesday. I don't know if you guys have recognized this lately, or maybe you don't really think this like I do, but lately my latest tutorials have been kind of dull. They haven't been like very challenging on your imagination or anything like that. And I think the reason being is that I'm in one of those creative ruts where I don't really have very many ideas of really cool stuff for me to create. And I'm pretty certain most everyone that's watching this has had one of those moments, or eventually will have a moment. It's just one of those times when I'm in a stupid rut and I need to get myself out of it. So what I'm gonna do for this week's tutorial is just try and make this up as I go. Try to get myself out of this rut. Try to create something that's just awesome and cool. And I don't really know where this is gonna go, because I'm literally making it up as I go, and I don't really know how long this will take or where it's going to lead. So I hope you guys are down for the rides. Alright, and I decided that I need some kind of starting point, and lately I've really been wanting to do some kind of like photo manipulation or something along those lines. So I'm going to use that as my starting point. I want to create some sort of photo manipulation, and of course in order to create a photo manipulation you need photos. So I figure that the first thing that I'll do is drop in on one of my favorite websites for getting stock photos, which is Stock Exchange, and I'll just browse through random photos until something seems to like pop out at me and seems of interest. I really don't have anything specific that I'm looking for. I'm just trying to see if any of these images that I see like click in a way. Oh, let's see. Oh, request permission. Oh, so okay. I guess some of these images I don't have access to. Darn, I really wanted to look at this one. That sucks. You forget. Actually, how about real quick, since I kind of do want to use this at some point. I'll do that later. I'm not gonna worry about that. So I'll just kind of drag this off to my other screen over here, and I'll do that later, because that was a kind of a cool picture. A green leather texture. Well, isn't that interesting? It looks kind of like a leaf, doesn't it? I don't know what I would use this for, but I'm always trying to grab more textures and things of that sort. So I'll just kind of I'll grab some of these images as I go through, and let's just put it in Stock Exchange, and I'll just start saving all these random photos that I come across in there, just in case I want to save them for later. Okay, got a cool like little forest thing going on here, but nothing comes to mind of what I would do with this. It's kind of a nice picture though. Whatever, I can always save it and delete it later for all I care. Who cares, right? Most of these pictures are, free to use in one sense or another. What the freak is this? Oh my goodness, someone was totally on something when they made this. Either that, or this is just some kind of artwork that I do not enjoy too much. Hey, I always enjoy beach photos, except this one's a little bit low on exposure. It doesn't really look too perfectly fantastic in my opinion, so maybe I won't bother with that right now. A duck. Oh, that freaking duck. Let's see, a flower butt. Man, how do you even pronounce that? Sweetagon Pagoda? I don't even know. And what's with all these like ducks and stuff? Okay, that was a little bit creepy. Oh crap! Go back forward. Go back forward, I tell you. Apparently, I can't go back. A speaker. Shoot, what? I want something to do with like with nature. Oh, that's kind of cool. Not really certain what I would use this for, but I'll hold on to it. Okay, real quick, I want to look at something that has to do with like I want to look at something like nature-wise. Just what can I do with some nature images? Got a cat in nature. That's brilliant. Oh, got like a panorama of a lake. That's cool. Someone's home. Turtle. Okay, and a bunch of turtles. Wow. Rabbit. Ooh, that's a nice waterfall. I'll hold on to that. Oh, and in case you guys are wondering how I'm like clicking these to open them up in a new tab, I'm control clicking. So hold control and I click on that link to open up in a new tab. Or I think if you middle click with your mouse, it will do the same thing. So, you know, this is actually a nice little picture here. Oh, I think I'll save that. Anyways, so just saving all these pictures. Wow, that's cool. I like the long exposure on that. But I think it's still loading. Okay, we're good. See, this kind of stuff here where you're just browsing like random pictures and stuff, I mean, it takes time to come across something that really strikes you, you know? So just don't be afraid to you know, spend like quite a bit of time going through like images and stuff like that. Because you never know, maybe you'll come across an image that you know, don't have an idea for now, but maybe you would like to use that later, which is why I'm going through and saving all of these images that are kind of interesting. I just don't know what to do with them just yet. What is going on here? That is a very angry bird. Yeah, I'm gonna close out of that. I'm worried for that turtle, and I like turtles. Oh, that's cool. So we got this wide open field here. I wonder if I could make this like ominous, like have someone like standing out here and like make them really dramatic looking. Let's see if I can just find a picture of someone standing around. What would I search for something like that? Like just standing there. And of course we get some silhouettes and stuff. That's not what I was looking for. That's kind of something that I was thinking about. Of course, I wasn't wanting them to have this backpack, so maybe I would have to mess with that somehow. I'll keep that open because I don't know if that's the one that I want to use. It's too soon to say. Oh, so this is already sorted by downloads again. So, I'm trying to think what I want this to look like. Because I really want someone like standing like in like the not just like facing the camera, but like looking off to the side. Girl, like I want it to be maybe a girl. Have it be like a side shot, maybe. I don't know if that's too specific for it. Apparently, you get some actual shots when you look for a side shot. A little too literal here. Side angle. No, not what I was looking for. Girl standing. Apparently, I smell. Suck my nuts, Eli. Okay, crap. None of these are what I'm looking for. Oh, but that's too sassy. These are all, like, sassy. What the heck? No. This is why you take pictures yourself, guys. You freaking... Goodness. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Kind of. Aw, dang it, not another one that I need to apply permission for. I don't have time for this crap. Well, actually, I take that back. Maybe I have time for this crap, and maybe you guys don't. What the heck? Wait. What is going on here? Oh, that is a nice picture. And she's holding a turkey. Okay, then. What the frick? And she's holding a freaking turkey. I am so confused. I am at a loss of words. Okay. Okay, so at this point, finally, like, after, I don't know, like 15, 20 minutes of just, solely searching through pictures, I'm starting to get an idea of what it is that I want to create. I'm starting to get this, like, visual in my mind of how I want to create this, this effect that I'm picturing. And so far, there are only a couple of images that really seem to fit that in terms of like a person to add into my photo. Because I kind of want someone to like kind of be standing in that field, and I want to make it into one of those shoot, how do you explain this? It's those kinds of photo manipulations where they're dark and dreary. And they're a little bit, they have a little bit of a fantasy twist to them, like maybe have some wings coming out of her back or something, totally just bizarre like that. So, so far the only images that really seem to have, like a girl kind of standing out by herself is this one right here. So I'll go ahead and save that. And also this one right here, I would have to do some editing, like maybe put her on some kind of like old chair or something like that, but I'll hold on to this just in case, because you never know, maybe I don't need to. And another one was this one where she's kind of kneeling in this dress, and like I kind of like the pose and all that. It's just not that great of it's not a very high quality picture, so I may or may not end up using this, but I want to try that one first. So I guess I'll keep all of these searches up just in case I need to come back. I'd rather not start from scratch again. That would kind of suck. So let's try and start getting something done. Because I've been recording for at least like a half hour now, and I've yet to actually do anything. So let's see, I put those pictures in here. There we go, stock exchange. And let's see, what was the image? Because I grabbed a couple more of these. Like, this would be kind of cool if she was like maybe out here a little ways. But it would be kind of a pain masking her to be part of the grass. But I think that's something that I ended up, like something that I might have to deal with. I really like this photo, but I'm not entirely sure if that's what I want to try out right now. That one's not too bad either. I don't know why, but I'm thinking that this one will be kind of nice to try and work with. So let's just drop this in. And I really don't like how it's not 16 by 9 for some reason. So let's try and crop this, and maybe I'll drag this up a little bit. Somewhere right there might be kind of good. That's not too bad. Let's try that out, and let's go grab the image of the girl, and I'm just gonna, really quickly try and mask her out. Despite the poor quality of the image here, I'm gonna need to mask her. So let's go through real quick. And this is gonna be kind of a mess down here because it's gonna start matching the, yep, that's what I thought was gonna happen. Whatever, let's try and just go through real quick. See if we can get a rough selection going. Whoops, don't want that. Alright, so I'll have to add that in by myself. The hair is looking semi-decent, and let's go get rid of this. Whatever's going on there. And I don't know what's up with her arm right there. I'll have to fix that up after I'm done masking this here. So let's just real quick go through and do that. And we'll clean this up over here. And hold on, am I adding to this? Yep. Oh, go back. Alright, so, whoops. So let's subtract that area because that is not quite right. Although, now that I think about it, I probably shouldn't need to worry about this lower half too much because I'm assuming it's going to be all covered in grass to that point. So I really don't need to be that that's particular about this. But then again, I'm kind of a perfection nut, so maybe I should just, for my own sanity, go through and do this all nice and pretty. Not overly so, obviously, but I don't know. You guys get the point, right? I talk as if I'm like the only one that thinks this way, but there's bound to be some of you guys out there that think in a similar way to me. So, I don't know. Maybe you guys should like comment. Let me know how do you kind of think about some of this stuff like the same way I do when I kind of talk about these things I'm particular about. I don't know. It'd be nice to know that I'm not like I'm not alone on some of these things here. So let me just really roughly go through this because that's just bad right there. Okay, let's try and refine the edge on this a little bit. Let's try and put up the smart radius, smooth it a touch, shift the edge down. This is going to be to a new layer with a layer mask. Decontaminate the colors a little bit maybe. Let's see what happens when I find the edge around the hair. That's not too bad, but maybe I'll just focus mostly around these little bits of hair right there. That's looking a lot better. And maybe I'll also do this little spot around right here. Okay, so that doesn't look quite as good. So maybe I'll really quickly go around here just see what that looks like. It's not too terribly bad, not too great either. Maybe I'll just call that good. Maybe not so much shift on the edge there. Maybe we'll turn off that smart radius. It's kind of creating some weirdness going on here and there. Come on. Let me pan up. Thank you. Oh, what do you know? So put up the radius just a little bit. I'm thinking that's all I really need to do on there. So maybe I'll go ahead and hit OK, call that good. And before I forget, let's fix this, because that is going to bug me. I'll put a little bit more effort into that, I guess. Just kind of patch that up, and then maybe grab this brush. Oh, I thought you could turn down the opacity on this. I guess not. Lame. Oh wait, maybe if I go to the clone, there we go. So let's put the opacity down on that, grab some of the other spots. Let me put that up a little bit more. It's not looking quite as good as I would hope. There we go, that looks a lot nicer. Okay, so she's looking, you know, decent overall. I mean, I could ask for a better picture, but I really want to, you know, get working on this. So let's drag this on in. Hey, that's a pretty decent size. What do you know? Let's put this into a group, apply a layer mask, and we'll just call this girl. And I'm going to let's go ahead and flip her around, because that's the way I was kind of picturing her. Let's get her down to a more appropriate size, I guess. Shoot, I have no idea how. I don't have anything for scale. I need a banana for scale over here. Come on. If you're an Imjurian, let me know. That'd be hilarious. Okay, I'm thinking about there. It should be okay. Let's just start getting rid of some of this stuff here. So, where would be a good place for her in the grass? Let's just start getting rid of like some of these flowers and stuff. Crap, this is gonna suck. I know for sure that at some point down here she'll be covered up. So let's get rid of a majority of the stuff down here. And I don't know, this is gonna be totally experimental. I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing here. I've yet to do this before, so this should be kind of fun, maybe. I don't know. I really need to decide how far into the grass she needs to go. That's not a bad starting point, but I feel like she needs to be even further down into the grass and the flowers and stuff. So maybe I'll put her even further down, maybe somewhere right there, and then I will I guess I'll just kind of finish all this up, since if she's going to be that far in there, then you're not going to see that much of the dress. Although I should probably bring back like little snippets here and there, just to kind of like show her that she's there in the grass. I don't know. I could always come back and change this, so okay. I'll worry about that part in a little bit, and let's just start masking off like the majority of this lower half here. And again, I can bring this all back nice and easy, because, you know, masking is fantastic like that. And let's start lowering the opacity, and maybe I'll make it so that you can kind of see her dress over here. I don't know how this will look. I guess we'll just, you know, experiment, see what happens. So I hope you guys, as you're watching this, you're not too terribly bored. Like you're kind of learning at the same time that I do, like, because this is something that I haven't really tried to do before, so it could end up looking kind of nice. It could end up, you know, maybe not looking so nice. You don't know what to expect here, and it's very experimental as you go. So don't. I want you guys to realize that I'm not like this guy that's like, you know, a complete master at Photoshop. I know a lot about Photoshop and stuff like that, but the fact of the matter is that there's still a lot of things that I haven't even tried to do. And it's not like I'm you know, completely lazy or whatever. It's just that there's so many different kinds of effects that you can create in Photoshop that it takes a long time for you to even, you know, not just think of all of them, but, you know, try them all out, because I don't know, there's just such a huge variety of things that you can do in here. It's quite insane. And not to mention, these more time-consuming projects are a little bit more daunting. Like you're definitely less likely to try out these more time-consuming projects, because, you know, they take a while to do, and it's just like, well, I don't really want to spend that much time on something that I don't know if it's even going to look good in the end. It's just like, it'd be kind of a waste of a time for me. So, I don't know, but sometimes you do end up wasting your time, but you still learn from it regardless. So, I don't know. Just, I would say give these time-consuming projects a try, even though they're not really, you know, they're not that appealing, like, ever. And let's start adding in some random brush strokes here and there, and start getting rid of more of this dress over here. I will go back in just a moment to preview this. I mean, put the opacity back up, see how it's starting to look, because I don't know, I'm kind of curious as to how this is starting to look, and whether or not it's like, you know, whether or not this is kind of like believable, that you can, like, would you believe that she's actually in the grass? That is probably going to be the hardest part here, is, you know, making it look like she's actually in the grass. So definitely going to require a lot of time masking wise. So let's put this opacity back up. Let's just see how we're doing. Let's zoom out. That's not too bad. Huh. I'm actually quite content with that. Huh. Go figure, right? Well, of course I'm going to need to go off to the other side and, you know, and continue over there, but I think we're making some pretty decent progress. If you didn't notice, I'm trying to use these flowers as kind of like a what am I trying to say here? Like, I'm using the flowers as like a starting point for the parts that I'm masking away, and then I'm just kind of like continuing down like some of these like stems and leaves and stuff like that to make it look like there's just like random blades of grass overlapping onto her dress and all that. So I don't know, it's kind of cool to see that this is actually you know, having a positive effect here. So let's just keep going and, you know, see what happens. Maybe I'll have this blade kind of this blade of glass. Why do I say these freaking words wrong sometimes? That's embarrassing. I don't even know what I was trying to say anymore. I'm trying to get some of these blades of grass. Thank you for saying that properly, Brandon. And, you know, trying to make them, you know, overlap the dress, make it look like she's actually up in there. So let's just continue on with this. I don't know if that's gonna look any good. That's very questionable right there. And get rid of all this excess, obviously. You know what? I bet the easiest way to go about doing that is just grabbing that whole section there and masking it away. So let's, you know what I just realized as I'm doing this is that I'm not exactly explaining all this in a tutorial sense. It's just kind of like it's like one of those earlier tutorials where it was kind of make it up as I go, but not to this extent. And it was kind of more for the more experienced users. So I guess if you're new to Photoshop and as you're watching this, shoot, I don't even know what to say. If I end up leaving you behind, I apologize on this. It's a lot of this stuff is actually pretty basic to get the grips on. Like, masking is really easy. You can figure that out in nothing flat. You know, black is, you know, transparent, and then, you know, white is opaque for masks, blah blah blah. And I'm just kind of experimenting with all these different like brush strokes and stuff, and I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. Just this is definitely not going to be meant for those more sorry, this is meant for the more experienced users. That's what I'm trying to say here. Oh my goodness, I am embarrassed. Very, very embarrassed. Why do I hear like, what the heck am I hearing right now? Can you guys hear that? It's probably not going to pick up on this mic because it's a dynamic microphone, so it doesn't catch the more quiet sounds very much. You know, because it has like an actual moving coil in it rather than just some kind of like sensor or something like that. And I don't know, there was like this like weird like chirping noise, and I had no idea what the heck it was. I thought I heard it again. What the heck? Whatever. I guess I'll just continue doing my thing here. So anyway, I suppose I should find something for us to talk about while I'm doing this. You know what, this just gave me an interesting idea. I wonder what it would be like if I tried to do this as like a live stream. Like, would you guys watch a live stream of this stuff? I have no idea how that would go about. I do have a Live Gamer HD now, so I could actually make that happen relatively easily. I don't know. Just leave your comments in the comment section below. Would you guys, watch a live stream for this? And I guess that's also kind of a test to see if you guys are even bothering to watch this entire thing. Because I know if I was watching this, I'd probably get pretty bored, like, quickly. Because, you know, all I'm doing is literally just masking through, like, freaking blades of grass. Seriously, how interesting is that? It's not interesting. So if you're not watching this, I don't blame you. This is tedious stuff. But I don't know, I guess if you are watching, I appreciate it. You guys are awesome, whoever's watching this right now. Rather than like skipping through and stuff, you get the point. Okay, so I've been masking for a while now. Let's see what this is starting to look like. Zoom out, just to get a better idea. Not half bad, if I do say so myself. I mean, sure, maybe it's not the most realistic thing, but I think the main reason behind that is because of, of lighting and things of that sort. And of course, I think I still need to do a little bit more masking here. Like, I could probably go in to like a bunch of these like flowers up here, and like I could bring back these flowers and just could get like these like FAQs stems going. So maybe we'll try something like that. Maybe bring back some of these, and let's bring back one of those. Come on. I'm not really sure how that's gonna look. It doesn't look too bad. Let's bring some of that back. Let's get some more of these flowers in here. Bring that back in there. it's very difficult to tell like where the heck these things are supposed to be like coming from, because they don't really have like a specific stem that I can look at, because there's so much green here that you can't really tell what goes to what. It's just all straight up green. So I guess what I'm doing is I'm using my masking skills here to essentially make some BS stems, because that's really the best I got, is to make some FAQs leaves, FAQs stems and stuff. And I guess so far it looks pretty decent. But I'm gonna keep going through and making these BS stems and stuff like that, and just continue to see where it takes me. And we're making some good progress, I think. Maybe we'll get some of these back, and maybe a little less dress showing between everything. And let's bring some of that back and some of that back. Just totally experimenting as we go. And I don't know. I find this kind of amusing how like I'm really not thinking about any of this at all. I'm just doing stuff. And sometimes that's what you want to do. You don't want to overthink everything. You just kind of want to do things. Kind of like the Joker from Batman, And see, this side is looking all nice and flowery and stuff, but this side is a little bit more dull. So I'm gonna try and bring back some of the flowers on this side for like the sake of balance. Balance would be nice here. And let's just see what happens when I start bringing back some of these leaves, and let's get a really cool flower looking thing going on in here. And let's kind of make this trail off down here. Maybe we can make it look like it's got its own freaking leaf thing going on here. Okay, so maybe those last ones I don't want to do, but I could probably bring up another freaking vine up in here and kind of play that to my advantage. And maybe bring in some more grass to kind of start filling in some of these blank areas that we're starting to get here. Shoot, I'm becoming pretty good at making random blades of grass, I think. I don't know. I'd say I'm doing a pretty decent job. But job isn't done yet. We'll continue through. And just a few more things here and there. Obviously, I don't want to bore you guys to tears or anything of the sort, but I do want to create something that looks good, because this right here, it's not just a project for you guys, it's a project for me as well. Because, like I said, I've been in one of those ruts where I haven't really made much that I'm really, particularly proud of. So I really want to try and do something that, I can be like, you know what? I made this thing, and that is freaking cool, So I'm kind of doing this for bragging rights that that I feel like I'm missing. So we're getting very close to a point that I can be satisfied with here. And just a few more like blades here and there, like on the edge, and I'll take a step back and see what it's starting to look like. Definitely want to create some more blades over here. And like, wow, it's kind of funny. Like I feel like I really am getting good at am making these random like blades of grass. It's although I do also feel like I'm doing like the same pattern over and over again. So I don't know. Maybe my opinion is just biased. But then again, my last name is biased, so I would say I'm allowed to, you know, be a little full of myself with my biased opinion. Goodness. What have you guys turned me into, huh? This like conceited fool. Let's see. Where are we at? So let's put this sucker all the way up once more. And let's zoom out. You know what? That's pretty freaking that's pretty rad. I really don't like these random spotches that don't have any grass in them though. I really want to I want there to be a whole lot of blades that are what's the word I'm looking for? They're covering the dress, but you can also like but you can also see the dress through them, kind of a thing. So that way it gives that blending feel that she's in the grass rather than, you know, on the grass, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But it doesn't matter. I guess I understand it, and you know, within time, you know, you guys would probably end up doing something like this that, you know, only you could understand the way that you're thinking it, you know. So let's just get a whole lot more of this going on right now. And let's add some like leaves to some of these random stems here. And let's start adding in another blade there. And some more in here. So you'll notice that I'm no longer like trying to fill in everything. This is kind of the whole idea where I'm just trying to cover portions of the dress rather than, you know, everything. So you know what? I think I should, you know, get to that point here where I'm, you know, I should stop because, you know, I could literally put, you know, however many hours into this and you know, it would look a lot better, but, you know, by then you guys would probably just like, you know, hate my guts and you would unsubscribe and all that stuff. So I'll just I'll find a good ending point here pretty soon. I'll add in like all these blades of grass like here across the edge of the dress here. And then after that, I should be mostly content. And apparently there is a huge effing flower over here that I could have been using to my advantage. And maybe we'll grab some more, you know, random flowers and stuff. And let's try getting some more grass up in here. We need more grass, Captain. Okay, if for some reason you are still watching, you know, being, you know, a good a good viewer of mine, you have no idea how much I would appreciate it if I knew that you guys were still watching after this part. If someone watches this video to the very end, I swear I need to do something special for you, because this takes some serious dedication, folks. My goodness. So, what am I doing? Shoot. I'm making like all these like weirdo shapes now rather than shapes that actually look like they're grass. We're getting so close. I can feel it. Ah. So, shoot, I wonder how this would have turned out if I had actually like planned it beforehand. I probably would have just done something like, you know what, guys, this whole masking the grass thing takes a lot to do, like just like so much time to do. So I'm seriously just gonna say F that. You guys do that on your own. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop right now on the grass. I'm content that she looks like she's in the grass, and I would say that she's got a good what's the word I'm looking for here? She does look like she's like a good size for the field right now. So let's start making her match the scenery here a little bit better. For starters, let's do hue and saturation. Whoops, not hue and saturation, but curves, and just apply it to her. Let's darken her up a little bit. Let's actually over darken her, and then let's maybe mess with the mask. Like maybe we can like remove the mask on her left-hand side over here, because we do need to make it look like she's being hit with light from this side. And shoot, another thing is that we need this to, oh crap, I didn't want to make that. I wanted to make a hue and saturation. And because she's got some green grass, you know, down here, and I need that to kind of reflect onto her skin a little bit. Maybe I should go look at some whatchamacallit. Oh, wait a second. Maybe not a hue and saturation. Maybe what I could do, whoops, not that. Go back. I could probably go add in a photo filter and have it a green color, and just intensify that green color quite a bit, and of course clip it to her, and let's just oops, no, I wanted to make that green again, and then kind of just very softly put it on some of these portions here. I'll put down the opacity here. So let's do that. Maybe we'll have that like go onto her back a little bit. So have that green just reflect onto like the back of her hair a little bit. I've yet to actually mess with this much, so so maybe that's a little bit much. Let's tone this down a little bit. It doesn't really help that that this portion of her side is kind of whatchamacallit. You know what, how about this? Let's do that and give her some like good looking contrasting, you know, but not like, you know, overly contrasted. And then what I could probably do is add in a new layer. Let's make this, let's grab a sunny, let's see, so maybe get some color from like either the sky or just like sunlight. It's a tough call. Maybe we'll grab that, and let's set this to screen. And then just like up here, we will, well, let's clip this real quick. And let's get some very subtle, like blue color from the sky. And then let's also maybe try to add in a little bit of sunlight color. So let's do this more of a, oops, let's just switch that out, and we'll do maybe more of like a gold kind of a color, and then we'll put that on that side. But maybe that won't be, maybe not screen, but maybe we'll do this as maybe color dodge. Or linear dodge. No. Maybe overlay. So, okay, so overlay works pretty well, but I do still want to have that that over brightened feeling to it all. So let's maybe do a much lighter color. I'm literally just experimenting now. I don't really know what I want to do with this. This is not looking too good, is it? But that's okay. Well, I can get rid of this layer as I need to. I don't really necessarily have to keep it by any means. Wait a second. What am I doing? I don't really need. Well, that's not too bad, but I do remember that I wanted to make this kind of a. Oops, not all that. There we go. I want this to be kind of like a dreary black and white with sepia tone kind of a feel to it. So let's actually kind of mess with that a little bit. So maybe we'll do something along those lines. I'll have to mess with that a little bit because I want this all to be kind of a sad feeling. So that's looking kind of cool there. And okay, so we got the Cheyennes up there. Maybe we'll darken those a little bit. We're making everything kind of flat and monotone here. Maybe we'll put up the blues a little bit. And then I don't think there was like many magentas. I guess they were reflecting in her shirt just a little bit, but I don't mess with that too much. Now let's do a photo filter, and what would be kind of a sepia color, do you think? I'm not really certain. I've yet to actually like try to make a sepia tone. So that's not too bad. Maybe we'll do that a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more. No, not more red. A little bit more gold, maybe. Maybe we'll desaturate that a little bit. That's not too bad. I'll put the density down a little bit because I don't want this to be overly sepia tone style. This is kind of cool looking so far, ain't it? We're getting some interesting like pixelization in the background there. So I wonder if that's probably mostly from the black and white filter. Yeah, I think it is for the most part. I wonder if blurring the background would help it at all. I have a feeling that's going to be a no, but the only way to find out is to try it. So blur. So okay, yeah, I don't see. Oh crap. All right, so my Photoshop just kind of glitched on me a little bit here. I'm not really certain why. I think it didn't like the amount of blur that I added in. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a significant difference there. So I guess I'll just have to blur that later after everything's finished up and all that. So I did mention that I wanted to have some kind of like wings going on. Let's see. I wonder what happens when we type in just wings. Whoa. Those are pretty freaking cool. Check that out. Except the only issue is that they don't particularly match up with the scene too much. They kind of need to be at an angle. So body is facing, slightly to the side, and these are all like, they're like straight on wings. Maybe what I could do is look up some like bat wings, and then let's see. So that's kind of more to the side. That looks amusing. Let's see, what can we do? I want a bat that's kind of like flying in that same direction that the girl's facing, but I don't think I'm gonna have very much luck with that. That's not too bad, but not too great either. Because I kind of want her to have those kind of those demon wings kind of a feeling. Shoot, that would be great if those were up. Boy. You know what? Instead of bat wings, why don't I try typing in devil wings? Huh? Maybe that will be a lot better to work with. We got some tribal ones going on over here. I guess if I don't find anything, I mean these are all great. I mean I love a lot of these. It's just that the angle just doesn't look that great, and I could do like I could warp them to make them force them into perspective, but I'd prefer it if I could just find some wings that are. See, that's kind of what I need, but those look cheesy. See, that's pretty freaking cool right there. I guess I'll probably just need to like make my own, I guess. That's gonna. I'm always nervous about making my own like wings and things of that sort, because I always feel like I'm gonna do like a terrible job, and I'm on camera right now, so drawing wings to PSD stock. Huh. Well, you know what? I'll try this. I'll just see whether or not I like it. These wings are slightly changed. Link this account or my website. If you want to publish your work outside DA, please ask permission. Except there. Oh, where you go? Download file. Okay, dude. I hope this is a good enough, like a good enough shout out for you for letting me use the freaking wings you made. I mean, you got nightgrau.deviantart.com. You got your dragon wings. There you go. You've got your shout out on a video. I hope you're happy. Let's try this out. Sure, why not update? Let's see. So we got left wing and right wing. It looks like these are linked to each other. Not that it really matters too much. Whatever. Let's just oh, wrong one. Let's just bring these in. And let's put these below the girl. And let's also unlink these. Thank you. And let's see. So let's do the right wing first. And let's see. You know what? Maybe I should do these together real quick, just because if I resize one, I want to resize both, See, that's not too bad, but I think I should size these down a little bit. And I definitely want to change the perspective. So let's see, what is this? So this one's wing left and wing right. So let's see, how would I go about changing the perspective here? So would I'm trying to think how I would go about doing this. See, that's making it look like it's receding into the distance. Maybe I should try that on this side instead. And so bring that in and bring in these edges like so. And then and in case some of you are wondering how I go about doing that, obviously I can stretch this back and forth with the transformation tool, which is Control-T. But if you want to do this, what you have to do is hold down the Control key if you're on a PC, or the Command key if you're on a Mac, and then click and drag one of these corners while holding Alt and Shift, and that should scale down that side. If I were to do it on this side, it would do that. But let me start from scratch, because I kind of I'm messing myself up a little bit here. So let's do that and make it a little bit shorter. So let's do that. Let's do it before and after. It looks like it's receding into the distance a little bit. Now let's try the same thing on the other wing, except for this we'll have to extend it and then stretch it a little bit. I think I'll have to extend it, I don't know, I think I have to extend a little bit more this way. Let's try putting this down a little bit though. I'm not entirely sure if that looks good. I think it might be just fine the way it is, but I don't know. I feel like I need to rotate this or something because it just doesn't seem right, you know? Something about it just seems off to me. So let's try doing that. Maybe I do need to extend it out a little bit. We're getting to a better position now. And I want this to be aligned to her back, like that. And then I think the other one also should be aligned to her back. Oh, see, that one's already aligned. That's why it looked so much nicer. So I'm thinking that looks rather decent, but I want to... The way I was picturing this, it was a lot darker than this. So maybe I'll add an adjustment layer, and I'll just darken these up a lot, and... Or rather, maybe I could just darken the entire freaking thing. Oh, wow. That really freaking makes it look more dreary, doesn't it? And yeah, I really need to lighten up on the sepia tone now, don't I? So now we're getting a pretty good feeling here. However, I was kind of thinking it would be kind of cool if there was some like rays of light or something like that. So let's try doing something along those lines to where we get these like rays of light going on here. And I'll just do this kind of randomly because I really don't really know what I want to do for this. And maybe we'll have one really thin one right in here. And maybe one more really thin one up here. Okie dokie. And shoot, let's just fill in a layer in here, and let's grab a layer mask here, and let's start. How do I want to go about doing this? Let's put the opacity down on here, and just kind of do this the old-fashioned way. Because I want these to be kind of like random a little bit, not like your average thing here. Except I'm doing a really crappy freaking job. Let's make this even lighter, and let's and of course size up the brush. And then let's do this even more. And of course we'll randomize our freaking mask here. So maybe I'll want to put this up a little bit and mess with the edges. I wonder if there would be like an easier way to go about like doing some of this stuff, but you know what? I don't really mind a whole lot because I don't know. I really do want to, you know, put the effort into this and kind of make it my own thing, you know. And it would be sad if I just, you know, resorted to a whole bunch of like filters and things of that sort. I mean, sure, I'm using a whole bunch of like images and stuff, but that's different from. I find that a little bit different than actually using like filters to get your effects to look good. So let's shoot. I really want to make these fade out. Come on. And you know, how about I set this while I'm at it? Let me set this to. I guess I can set this to overlay for the time being, and just to see what this is gonna look like. I I wonder how it would have looked if I had just simply grabbed some God rays from another picture, but whatever, who gives a crap, right? This is gonna bug me. I'll just go to this, filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Let me blur these up a little bit. Not overly so, there we go. And okay, just to speed things up, let's add in some freaking clouds on top of this. And let's put the density down, and it'll give that a little bit more of a that feeling of, you know, randomness there. And I want some of these rays to come back, to be completely honest here. So let's bring some of those back, and maybe I can like duplicate these. And shoot, I wonder what would happen if I tried like flipping these and like kind of extend it out a little bit, kind of try and get something a little bit different here. And that's looking, wow, check that out. Let's try to go to the mask of this curves here, and maybe we'll get rid of some of the lightness, or sorry, get rid of some of that darkening that's happening up there. So let's just see how this looks. It may look good, it may not look good. I kind of like it and I kind of don't. Maybe if I were to go back and if I made this a little bit lighter here and then went across on some of these rays here. Oop, not that one. Let's do that one a little bit, and let's create another one going across here right there. And maybe we'll do like a smaller streak of light. Oops. Let's try and make this a little bit straighter. There we go. And then one bigger one to kind of add on to it. And of course, this big old streak of light going through here. And another one through there. And of course, this little sucker going straight on through right there. And of course, something that all of a sudden I stopped talking and just started thinking a lot more. Whoops. I want to bring back some of these darker shades, you know, within the wings here, because I really wanted these wings to be like almost black. And oh shoot, one thing that I didn't even take into account was shadows. That would have been a little bit embarrassing. So let's really quick, so we have all these lights going on this way. Let's see, how would we go about doing this? Let's try it the old-fashioned way and just let's see, and let's grab those wings real quick, and let's also hold on. Before I do that, I need to go to this. This will make things a lot easier masking wise. Let's grab all of that. Dang, I'm good. Look at how close I got to that. And let's just take all of this and black that out. Ah, dang it. I missed. How did I miss? Gosh, and I was all full of myself. That's just embarrassing. Ah, Dios mío. Okay. So let me get rid of this one freaking line. That should be good. All right, thank you. Now I can load that as a selection and then add the wings as a selection. I have no idea why there's a selection down here. Whatever, it doesn't matter. And then fill this in with black down here. And let's see, how would I go about making a good shadow. Maybe if I were to take that and flip it around. Whoa, where'd it go? Okay, note to self. Let's just, I don't know, flip it horizontally. I want to flip it vertically, but I don't know, that's not going to do much good. No. Maybe if I just do it this old-fashioned way. Let's just bring this out over here. Maybe we'll stretch it out. I really don't know, you know, what the proper thing to do to be in order to create a realistic shadow. I'm just kind of BSing here, so I'm really not sure what I want to do with all this. As long as there's a shadow, I don't think it'll matter too much. Maybe so if I stretch it over this way, maybe bring this down a little bit. It definitely changes up the perspective a lot, doesn't it? I'm thinking right here will be pretty decent. Let me just bring it into the group so that way it's starting to get some of those same masks, but I'll get rid of that. Oop. There we go. Get rid of that little bit right there. And I think the easiest thing to do would be to set this to overlay and put the opacity down. And then maybe we'll go and maybe we'll go blur this a little bit. I'm not really seeing that blur hole. There we go. Now we're starting to see a little bit better. And let's intensify that just a little bit. Okay, see, that's looking pretty decent. That's not too horrid. And the real question is, do I want this lighting to play evenly all the way across the body, or should I go into these wings here and add in some custom lighting and stuff on top of it? Because if this wing is like behind her back, then I'm assuming that this particular wing right here would have some different like shadows and stuff across it. So let's do a shadow for the right hand wing here and clip it to it. And I'm just gonna make a really big shadow here, and I'll intensify it even more right over here. And let's lower the opacity. And let's see what we can do here, and let's increase some of the shadows in here, and really make it look like that lighting is playing across the wing here. My computer's starting to get a little bit laggy from the massive amounts of layers that we got going on here. So I might start getting a little slowed down here, but hopefully it won't be anything too drastic or anything of the sort. I think I want to add in some more shadows over here, and then at the same time I want to add in like some of those highlights on the other wing. So let's try out a highlight, and let's also set this to overlay because really don't know what to expect here. And so let's just add in, whoops, come on, I'm using the wrong buttons here. So let's add in some highlights onto the edges here, and maybe we'll put up the opacity on this a little bit more. And let's intensify some of those edges here. Okay, maybe I'll tone that down a little bit more, and let's do one really nice highlight on this side. And we'll also go in and add in a nice little highlight on like the edge of the fiber here. And then in contrast, I think I should go in and add in a bit of a shadow, you know. Maybe I'll put down the opacity a lot though. So let's put in a nice shadow in here. And then let's add in this highlight. Whoops, a little bit too much. I'm really trying to create that contrast between, you know, the light and the dark here, because you know, lighting is just one of those things that is just like, it's totally essential when you're doing effects like this, because that's what adds to the realism of everything. So I think we're getting pretty decent over here. Maybe I should make it a little bit brighter. And then, of course, try that contrast, you know, the harsh shadow behind the wing here. And let's just kind of try and soften this up a little bit. And then with this, it's, yeah, I think I'll just try to do the same thing over here. You know, adding in that bit of a highlight here. And then the contrast on the other side. And then, so we still have these rays of light going across, so I'll try and, you know, emphasize those a little bit. You know, and still do that right here as well. And let's try and add in another one. Maybe I'll intensify this a little bit more. Okay, I'm starting to get a little crooked on the direction here, so maybe I'll try and add this in once more. Let's take a step back. Oh wow, check that out. That is looking nice, and we're getting some good stuff here. However, the mask on the hair is looking a little bit dingy now, so maybe we should just go back in and just start getting rid of the edge here, because I know this is like, it's not, you know, the real shape of the hair or anything, but I think it'll just look better if you just didn't see this at all. Let me put the opacity up. There we go. And let's just try and clean this up as best we can. And that looks like a nice highlight on her hair, so I'll keep that in. Looks pretty nice. Huh. Would you look at that? That is, it's turning out really nice. And whoops, let me zoom back out. And I do want to lower the sepia tone. I imagine this a little bit more. Oh, so those, okay, so those are the God rays. And okay, where is? Oh shoot. Okay. So this is darkening everything. This is the sepia. Let me tone that down a little bit. I want this. There we go. That looks pretty cool. I think it looks kind of cool either way. Maybe I should do a little in between. So 47, 33. Maybe I'll just do this a flat 40. Whoop. I don't know. Okay, so maybe more like 36. Okay, so that's not too bad. Maybe I will try adding in a bit of a vignette just to see how that looks. So layer, let's do new fill layer gradient. This is our vignette, and let's set the mode right now to soft light, and let's do. Let's do black to white. You know, hold on a second. Maybe having that white might look kind of interesting. I don't know. It's always fun to experiment. So you never know. Oh, wait a second. What if we put this over there? How does that look to you? You know, what we might as well do then, if I'm going to end up doing something like that and a vignette, let's do that. Put that up, and then put up the scale, put the angle to like 30. No, maybe not. So maybe something like that. And then let's lower the fill and then just kind of tweak that just a little bit. Okay, maybe I'll put the scale down just a little bit so it's a little bit more focused around her. And so that's without the vignettes, or sorry, this is no longer a vignette. This is the focus, because it's I have the white spot set on her, and then everything else is set to darken up a little bit. So that's not too bad. It's very subtle, but I don't know. I kind of like it and I kind of don't, because it does bring focus to her, but at the same time, like it's filling in some of those shadows that I didn't want to get rid of. So maybe what I'll do is maybe I'll just go in and get rid of the focus on the wings there. Maybe I'll bring it back on some of these rays here. And so let's just see what this looks like. And same thing, I don't like how it's affecting the wing over here. So I'll get rid of it just a little bit on the wings over here. And just very softly bring some of that back right there and right there. And let's just take a look at what this is looking like now. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna leave it off, so that way it's kind of more flat feeling to everything, and I'm just not gonna worry about it. But you know what? I think I'm pretty much out of ideas of what I want to do with this. So let's go into full screen here. Oops, and fit this to the screen and see how this looks. Not half bad. I'm honestly quite content with how this turns out. Yeah, I think the one thing that I might change is maybe have some light come out of like this little hole that I see in the wing, or maybe I would patch up one of the holes in the wing so that way they're not, exactly the same, and just play a little bit more with the lighting and all that. But what I had in my mind basically came to life. I'm pretty content with how this turned out overall, and it only took me like an hour and 40 minutes of recording time to get to this point, so that's not too bad. For those of you that watched through this entire thing, thank you so much. I was really I really had no idea what to expect from this video, and obviously there are some things that I probably could have done differently. Could have gone back and tweaked, like patch up a hole, or maybe blur out the background a little bit so that way it's not so pixelated looking. But as it is, I'm content with where I got to for the day. I've been wanting to make a photo manipulation for the longest time. So once again, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like. And if you guys want me to, maybe I can provide the download for this if you guys really want, or something of the sort. So just give me some feedback. Let me know what you guys think of all this, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. Peace out.